Dobra Veche, Divine Pisces 222. It is Wednesday, June 24th, 2020. I'm doing energy check-in for Twin Flames today. See what we got going on. Wow, Aries, Neptune, and Saturn keep coming up, guys. It's pretty crazy. Like, when you get these repeat cards, to me, it's just like basically a confirmation, you know, that these energies are pretty consistent and they're sticking around. Like, there's a purpose for what's happening right now. I mean, but the fact that Aries is first is highly appropriate because Aries is in fact first on the wheel, but it also, you know, represents self. And again, kind of coming back to a lot of us needing to get back to taking care of ourselves and loving ourselves, right? And so that being said, I do feel a lot of us right now are kind of getting back to a state of confidence, self-confidence. A lot of us have, you know, had the ego hit pretty hard here recently. You know, just this last 6 months, man, has been rough, right? And so I feel a lot of us are picking up the pieces. We're literally putting stuff back together, putting ourselves back together, putting things in perspective, but also getting what this is doing is helping us to get our confidence back. I think, you know, ego has been coming in quite a bit and kind of throwing a wrench, so to speak, in the gears, you know, and a lot of us been following intuition and getting good, and then all of a sudden, you know, this stuff started happening earlier this year, throwing everything completely off balance, and ego kind of stepped in and was like, aha, here's my opportunity, right? And so I feel like a lot of us, again, kind of getting back to intuition, getting back to solidarity with source. You know, a lot of us kind of strayed away from the path. We were questioning the path. We were cursing the path. We were cursing our twins. We were cursing ourselves. A lot of us were literally in like self-hate, self-delusion, which actually, yeah, so self-delusion. A lot of us were in self-delusion and beating ourselves up over those delusions. And a lot of us are we're in disillusionment for a little while, and I feel some of us are stepping into disillusionment now. I know disillusionment hit me pretty hard earlier this year. You know, it was just disillusionment with everything, every aspect of my journey, everything I was doing. You know, I was like, why did I do this? You know, why did I leave? Why did I do all this? And then, you know, it kind of came crashing down on me that it was supposed to happen. This is supposed to happen. You know, the situation I was in was not a good one. This was ego coming in saying, why don't you crawl back into your hole? You know, the outside world is scary. You know, follow me. Let me control you. So a lot of us are again, kind of gaining control of ourselves at this point. Okay. Realizing that we can't control our counterparts and we can't really control the connection, but we can control ourselves. And so that, again, kind of brings in its own power, right? Because you realize that, yes, you can control yourself. You can control your emotions. You can control your destiny. You can, you know, walk the path that was meant for you. You don't have to beat yourself up over things that happen and knowing that they were supposed to happen for a reason. Once you recognize that, it's a lot easier to get out of that illusion that you have to take responsibility for things that you shouldn't. Okay? Does that make sense? You don't have to take responsibility because your twin is not awakening. You know, if in fact you're one of those who has an unawakened twin, you don't have to beat yourself up because they chose a karmic situation over the connection. That is not your fault. That is not your responsibility. You cannot control that. They have free will, but they also have their own path to walk. They have, you know, their own stuff they need to clear. So them being where they are is actually probably meant to happen. It's not necessarily just stubbornness. It's not necessarily just they're not awakened. Maybe they are, but they're also realizing that they have some stuff to clear up. Okay. And so I also feel like a lot of downloads probably coming through for a lot of you. I know this is happening to me. I've been getting an increased I wouldn't say visions, but just like, it's like I just instantly know stuff. It's like, how did I know that? I don't know where that came from, you know? So it's like, that's a download. okay? And this happens to me when I channel too. Sometimes, like when I do these readings, sometimes I don't know what I'm saying. I'm literally just spitting out stuff that comes to me. You know, and sometimes I have to go back and watch later because I'm like, I feel like there was a message in there for me, but I totally missed it. So I feel like this is happening to some of you right now, and it may actually be triggering you. Some of you may be getting some information from a source that's triggering you right now. But what it's doing is it's pushing you to release some things here. Okay, again, it constantly feels like we're in the state of releasing, right? But what we're needing to do is get back to a place where we are whole within ourselves. Because I feel like a lot of us were there. We thought we were there. And maybe we were there. But then, you know, something triggered us and kind of put us back a little bit. And that happens on this journey sometimes. It just does, okay? And, you know, again, if it happens, it's supposed to happen, you know. And again, I kind of equated it to... you know, on the physical body, when something hurts, it generally means that something needs to be fixed or something needs to be healed. It's your body calling attention to this, right? When something hurts, like when you're, you know, emotional, it hurts. Sometimes emotions do hurt. You know, it's calling your attention to something that needs to be healed. Okay? Look at it that way. All right, so taking a look at Divine Masculine, this is interesting. Okay, so I always equate, you know, that's the way it comes across to me. And the Queen of Pentacles is usually a female karmic. So some Divine Masculine still are dealing with a female karmic figure, and this could be a partner, it could be a mother, and of course, you know, with the baby bump here, it's kind of like it could be a mother, it could be a mother figure, it could be a mother of a child, of their child, so on and so forth. Okay, could also indicate pregnancy. Some of them, maybe the reason they're staying in a karmic situation is because, well, you know, there's been a lot of pregnancies. It's a new baby boom, right? Because of the C word, and I can't say it on YouTube. But anyway, so, I mean, that is definitely possible. I mean, what else do you have to do, really, when you're, you know, you nowhere to go? But anyway, but I also mentioned earlier, before that, you know, a lot of Divine Masculines are clearing karma with their mothers. Okay, so that coming up once again here. Some of them have spent their entire lives trying to impress their mothers, you know, or a mother figure or whatever, or trying not to disappoint them, really. Maybe not impress, but just trying not to disappoint. And a lot of them, that this is the root of their issue. Like it is. It's very Freudian in a way. This is the root of their issue. Is you know, constantly wanting to be approved of by a mother or a parent. Doesn't have to be a mother, but by a parent, and constantly trying to prove to that parent that that they are worthy of their love. Does that make sense? And in a way, I mean, it's really kind of sad if you think about it. You know, it's like they're, and I can relate to this, you know. It's like most of my life I was trying to gain my mother's approval, because to me approval equals love, or acceptance equals love, right? That was my thing, that was my condition, that and control, okay? So it's really kind of sad, because it's like they're constantly seeking acceptance, they're constantly seeking love from this person, and so they will hide who they truly are. They won't speak their minds. They won't say how they feel, because they're afraid they won't be accepted by the person that's supposed to love them the most. You see? So a lot of this transfers into some of their karmic partnerships, okay? And it puts them on defense, right? It puts them in defensive mode. They're constantly feeling like they have to defend themselves against who they really are. It's like their true self's coming out, but they have to suppress that in order to gain the approval, the acceptance, the love of whoever this is. Okay, and it could be multiple people representing the same thing. Okay, so again, some stuff coming up for Divine Masculine. I feel some inner child stuff coming up right now. And a lot of them feeling very overburdened by this. They feel like literally the world is on their shoulders. They feel like, you know, they just can't carry it around anymore. And so eventually, I mean, the truth is going to come out. You know, some of them, maybe there's a third party situation. Maybe they've been, you know, sneaking around, or they've not been honest about something that may come out, okay? But you know what? It is what it is, and it was supposed to come out, and they have to deal with that. They have to clear that karma. And some of them, there's so much codependency, and there's a lot of pentacles here. so much riding on money right now. Like the money aspect, the 3D aspect, the possessions, the materialistic is highlighted right now big time. And some of them are trying to defend that. Some of them, the reason they're defensive right now and that they're still in these karmic situations is because they don't want to lose the financial gain. They don't want to lose the money. And there might be something else that they may lose. Okay, it could be status, could be children. It's something that they're afraid to lose. That's coming in very strongly here. And so again, it's keeping them stuck in this state of them having to choose other people over themselves, which is causing them to resist their transformation. So again, a lot like divine masculine fighting that transformation. And some of them don't realize they're doing it. Some of them it's just like they're trying to make it work because they feel it's the right thing. And that may be the case. But in reality, there's a big underlying codependency issue on whoever this female mother figure, karmic figure is. Okay. Yeah. And it's like, I get this vision of, I don't know whose masculine it is, but it's like this masculine who, it's like he's constantly tiptoeing, and he knows that if he says something out of line or out of turn, or he knows he's going to get chastised, so he doesn't say anything at all. And I just get this like little boy feeling from that, like this intimidation type feeling from that. So I don't know who's and that may be multiple, that might be a bunch of different ones that I'm channeling in. So divine feminine, wow guys, wow. Okay, so some major mirroring going on here. Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, guys. All right, so divine feminine also clearing some karma, I feel, with a female karmic. And this could be a mother figure, it could be a karmic partner, it could be, a daughter, whatever, or a feminine energy. It doesn't have to be female specifically, okay? But I do feel that some of you are clearing some codependency with a female karmic of some kind, or a feminine karmic of some kind. So again, I'm strongly getting a mother, though. I'm getting a mother figure here. This is definitely coming in. And I know that the familial karma comes up a lot, because I feel like this is the main root of a lot of people's issues are, it's very Freudian, okay? And he was right on a lot of things, okay, about the parents and the children and how they repeat these cycles with their parents, okay, based on the childhood, right? So some of you are coming to terms with some things from your childhood, maybe remembering some things from your childhood. And I know I just mentioned my mother, so that's really interesting that this came out. Okay, so clearing some karma with a female figure here of great importance. Okay, and yeah, it's like feeling highly drained, because feeling like you need to impress this person or prove to this person that that you're not a screw up, so to speak, right? And so what this is doing is it's highlighting some major shadow aspects coming in here, some distorted self possibly again here, okay, with the self, all right? And it's not a bad thing. I feel it's coming up to be cleared, and so it is being cleared. But it may lead to some conflict, maybe some conflict coming in. Some of you might be resisting this because it's painful, so you're kind of resisting the healing aspect that's coming in, which is kind of keeping you in a stuck state too, okay? So again, not feeling like you're not able to reach your full potential right here. There's something that's holding you back. And it could be fear of failure, divine feminine, okay? It could be some serious fear of failure because of whatever this is. Maybe you're so afraid that you're going to disappoint this person, or you're so afraid that you're going to push this person away, or they won't love you anymore. So therefore you hold yourself back. Okay, maybe there's some sort of expectation that this person has placed on you your entire life, and so you're afraid to be who you are. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like literally self-sabotage, okay? And some of you, this has to do maybe with your connection. Maybe there's something that there's something about your connection that is, maybe it's a multicultural thing. Maybe it's you're afraid that your connection won't be accepted by your family. that sort of thing coming in, okay? But I am getting like some sort of soul connection here. It could be a twin flame, it could be your actual counterpart, it could be a soulmate, so take it as it resonates. But some of you, there's some fear about this connection that's coming in very strongly, and it's bringing up some emotions that you're needing to deal with. And that's interesting that we start with the Queen of Pentacles and end with the Queen of Cups. Okay, so I'm getting this is specifically emotional codependence. This is emotional codependence, not necessarily financial. There could be some of that tied in there, but I mean, it's like, if I don't do what this person says, they're not going to love me anymore. That's the kind of mentality that's coming in here, okay? Wow. All right. So let's do connecting energies. Oops. Dang. We are talking today. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I am getting a little bit of kind of conflict coming in here. I don't know if maybe recently some of you have actually had a conversation that was not pleasant with your counterpart that led to some conflict here. Some of you are feeling rather defeated by it, okay? And like, it's like you want to be yourself. You want to be vulnerable here within the connection, but like, it's like, again, the connection is not what you thought it was. And so some of it, there's some vulnerability coming in here within the connection, which is again, not necessarily a bad thing. Some of you are trying to address this vulnerability, okay, and discovering the codependency that you have on other people. And so, that being said, some of you, the karma within the connection right now, I feel it's almost on hold. Like, there's some external stuff, and I'm getting the fact that we got the Queen of Pentacles for both Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine is pretty telling for me. So I really feel that right now both counterparts are really focused on karmic situations at this time, and what this is showing in the connection is that the karma within the connection is like kind of in stasis, okay, until this is dealt with, okay? Yeah. But some of you, again, are needing to just release it. Some of you are just needing to release the past right now within the connection. Some of you are focusing too much on the past, on things that have happened within the connection, and that's what's keeping you from moving forward. That's what's keeping you from releasing that. It's like you're just carrying that around all the time, you know? And so the emotions going back and forth, I feel, you know, some of you, you're actually triggering each other right now. So some of these, you know, these things that are coming in, Divine Masculine being very defensive maybe about his emotions, you know, Divine Feminine having issues, you know, dealing and releasing her emotions right now. Okay, so that could be actually because you're triggering each other, okay, because of the external situations that are coming into play. And this is interesting. So we've got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so that's the divine counterparts here. So literally mirroring, see that? So we got the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine are literally mirroring right now, okay? So if you're feeling, you know, the energy going back and forth, you may be communicating in the 5D. You know, you might actually know what's going on in your counterpart situation, okay? And that may be what's throwing you off a little bit, okay? And it's keeping you from focusing on yourself. But again, needing to kind of return the focus to self here, okay? And working in collaboration, okay? Because you're coming at this from two sides of the same coin. Okay, you're working this connection two sides of the same coin. You got the 3D and you got the 5D, and the 5D leads. Okay, so remember that. So I feel whatever's happening right now, it's serving a purpose for Divine Feminine needs to move, possibly physically. I'm just saying, like, Divine Feminine, I feel, has been kind of sitting there waiting for a hot minute. Maybe not waiting. Waiting might be the wrong term. More like assessing. More like kind of planning her next move. But at the same time, it's like you do have some things that you need to wrap up. You do have some loose ends. Okay, so it's not just Divine Masculine. Keep that in mind. All right, messages from the counterparts here. Some of you definitely have a counterpart who is stalking you. Okay, whether that be physically, social media, yeah, third party. I'm telling you guys, like, some of this stuff's coming to light too. Okay, some of them it's the karmics. They're karmic partners. Karmic partners know about you. And they're stalking. All right, let's it's another reason I said, you know, actually I said it this morning on my message from Spirit. Up your protection game, guys. Psychic attack is very real. Okay, and it's gonna be fairly turbulent for a while. Okay, be prepared. All right, so messages and advice. Yeah, some of you just need to find that inner peace. Some of you had found it. Some of you had found this, and then something just took it away and completely threw you into chaos, okay? Some of you just need to maybe meditate. Just ease the chaos in your mind, okay? Because some of you have got so much going on up in here that you can't even focus on yourself. You can't, like, right? We just need to return to this. Find that inner peace. Love yourself for a little while, okay? Stop worrying about what's going on externally right now. Change your energy. Raise your vibration. Release that fear, okay? A lot of us are still in fear right now, okay? Which is understandable, but you can't let that defeat you guys. You got to release that, right? You've got to raise your vibration. Some of us are vibrating so low right now, and it is affecting look, it's affecting the world. I know it sounds like really weird, but when you're in a low vibration, it does affect the world around you. Okay, whether you believe it or not, it is what it is. So raise your vibration. Okay. All right, guys, I hope this has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.